Hello viewers, today hope you are all good and well. Today we are going to just recollect some spiritual things taught by the great Buddha. So hope you have a pleasant day today. So the first topic is we are going to see about the Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths was taught by the great Siddhartha Gautama Buddha. After many years, he realized and he experienced the suffering and he just shared his knowledge to others as Four Noble Truths. There are Four Noble Truths. The first truth is the truth of suffering. So the first one is the truth of suffering. Second one is the truth of the cause of suffering. And the third one is the truth of the end of suffering. And the fourth noble truth is truth of the path that leads to the end of suffering. So firstly, uh, the truth of suffering. So what is meant by the truth? Truth, the original thing, the reality, and the true means it will be more true. So it is like a original one, so it should be more truthful. So to understand the truth of suffering, so it's like how the suffering come, how the suffering affects us, so in which form the suffering comes to us, and how the suffering is affected to us. So the truth of suffering is it's like how the suffering comes to us, so how we suffer, the true suffering, the sufferings which is affected by other materials to us. To understand the true suffering, truth of suffering, how suffering is caused, like that. So to understand the truth of suffering is the truth of suffering, the first noble truth. And the second noble truth is the truth of the cause of suffering. The second one is the truth of the cause of suffering. First one is to understand the truth, how the suffering comes, and the second one is the truth of the cause of suffering, how the suffering is caused. So we need to understand the suffering which is caused to us. So understanding the cause of suffering, so how the suffering comes to us, so how we feel. So the second noble truth is that. The third noble truth is the truth of the end of suffering. So the truth of the end of suffering is, although we suffer a lot every day, so at some extent some sufferings come to an end. So although we have repeated existence, so we come to an, so small sufferings we come to an end. So some fight or some violent activities, it comes to an end to a certain limits. So to understand the truth of end of suffering, so how the suffering ends, to understand the end of suffering. So the fourth noble truth is the truth of the path that leads to the end of suffering. So the third one is we need to understand the end of suffering, and the fourth noble truth is to understand the path that leads to the end of suffering. Means which is more helpful to the end of suffering, end of our suffering. So which is helpful. So which things which help us to make the suffering end. That is the fourth noble truth. So although daily we in everyday life all the people have suffering, so richest people have also suffering, poor people also have suffering, but we need to come out of this suffering. That can be done through many activities, but everything, the some people um, if they hear music or if they change their mood, they feel that they can stop their suffering, but it's not. See, a good example, to an English medicine doctor is there, English medicine. So doctor, so one person goes and one person is suffering for stomach pain, stomach ache for a long time, so he goes to the doctor. So he or she goes to the doctor, So the doctor is he or she is saying that I have lot of stomach ache past these times. So doctor is giving some painkiller. So painkiller we are intaking the painkiller. So we can only reduce the pain but not the exact problem. So the painkiller only reduces and kills the pain, not the exact problem in the stomach. So likewise, in daily day, people search for happiness, but every happiness or temporary happiness. Those happiness cannot be a permanent happiness because those happiness comes from material things, so it's not a natural thing, or it is not coming from the ultimate reality. So everything is from material things, impermanent things, illusion. We are in the illusion. So likewise, so we need to understand the reality. As Gautama Buddha, after many years, he goes for retreat and he done meditation and he got enlightenment. So, as we are in the materialistic world, so it's like 3 points. One is a complete spiritual seeker, one is half material, half spiritual, and completely material. So most of the people falls on this thing. So completely material, only money minded. So they doesn't get the complete peace. So this one, this one material and spiritual. So in this part, we have some number of people here. So in the last one, spiritual, completely spiritual, they does not depend on any material activities. They just go to the forest and do meditation, and they get enlightenment. So they get many gurus, or many process there. So this kind of people can easily seek mental peace, inner pleasure, and viewing their soul and attaining the enlightenment. So all those activities. So we are in this form, spiritual and material seeking. So we are in this form. So in this form, completely material. So three types. So the main goal, I consider the main purpose of life is knowing the purpose of life. That's the foremost thing we need to do in our life. Then only the others. So many people ask without money we can't do this also. So as we are in the material and the spiritual seeker, we can get some money, but we should not have complete concentration on money. We need to have awareness. We need to have complete awareness about spirituality and the nature of this universe, nature of truth and nature of life, nature of impermanence and illusion. So we need to understand everything. So we should not have a complete concentration on money. We need money. Money is a part of life. Money is not a complete part of life. So money is a small part of life which can help us to eat food or something, survival and all those things. But it's everything comes under material activities. So physical activities, so mental and spiritual activities, we need to spend time for us. We need to create time for us. For us means our soul, concentrating on our soul. So that is very very important. I guess. Then so coming to many teachers, many religions, many systems. So so every religion, it's like showing the path. Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Buddhism, Jainism, and all the religions show path only towards one thing. It's like basically some things are there. First thing, inner peace, then attainment of enlightenment, to understand the true nature. Okay, so these things. So religions, it's like all the religions show different path to reach one destination. Okay, so religions show different path to reach one destination. all the religions show different paths to reach only one destination. There is only one destination, that's called enlightenment, to attainment of the complete peace, complete pleasure, complete true happiness. It's the true reality. We are in the illusion. This is not the complete reality. We have past, present, future. So it's the true reality comes under the only present, the precious present. We just stay in the precious moment. It's like a timeless universe. We can't even explain. This is only, you know, you can feel in person only. Others cannot help. We only should make ourselves prepare for that. We need to do meditation. Only we can feel us. So, as we are in this precious universe, we need to spend a daily day more meaningful, more peaceful. So, inner peace. So, meditation is very much important, which can lead us to a precious path. So, which can give knowledge to the precious path of enlightenment. So, many gurus wrote many books. So, many books can guide us. It cannot, it cannot make us to do. It can guide us. It gives many gurus share their experiences via book. So if we read that book, we can know and realize their experiences. So if we realize their experiences, it may help us for our journey in the precious path. So I wish everybody who see this video a very peaceful life and very wonderful life, joyful life, meaningful life. May all the beings may attain Buddha nature as soon as possible. So thank you so much for viewing this video. So I will upload many videos in the upcoming futures. So thank you once again. Signing off, Ajayhritik.